Of all the inhabitants in this fair city, your welcome has been the warmest.
General, you haven't introduced your guests.
My companion for this evening, Miss Vandergelt. My compatriot, Captain Norton.
And this is Jack's dedicated nurse, Reva.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Well, likewise.
I understand you're the Beast of New Orleans.
Well, the woman speaks her mind. What else have you heard? Rumor has it your plantation has fallen on hard times.
Well, after the war, Jack and I plan to rebuild it.
Ah, too little, too late.
Your men have already torched our crops, damaged our main house. Are you warning me now, or are you threatening me?
No, neither. I'm offering you a deal. I will help you rebuild the plantation for a small share of the profits.
This plantation has been in my family for generations. No outsider will get a cut of its yield, especially not a Yankee general. We will rebuild this house with our own money.
Confederate currency isn't worth the paper it's printed on.
We'll be fine, don't you worry.
Do I look like I'm worrying? No, the word has it that the Robichaux's resources aren't what they used to be.
I invite you into my house against my better judgment. You come swaggering in here and insult me, I've half a mind to throw you out on your tail.
And I have half a mind to throw you into prison. And that is not an empty threat.
Gentlemen, please, there are more appropriate topics. General, we have prepared a lovely feast in your honor. Let's enjoy it, shall we?
Captain, would you escort Miss Vandergelt to the carriage?
Certainly, sir.
Mr. General Hudson had his quarters with my compliments. Tell him I look forward to seeing him shortly. Go on.
Yes, ma'am.
Almost as beautiful as you are.
What is it?
Rest. Stop pushing yourself so hard. I should show the General out.
I'll be all right, thank you.
You are playing a very dangerous game.
I'm not the only one. It's very simple. Either you convince your husband to fork over a cut of the plantation, or I will expose him as a Confederate spy, and he will hang.
You said you wouldn't hurt him. You promised.
I lied. Ooh. Your wifely devotion is very touching, considering that...
Do whatever you want. Just don't hurt Jack.
Very well, for now. But you will be mine sooner than you think. What about the Yankee dispatches?
Intercepted. act as if they never existed, and I won't be the wiser, I guarantee it.
What was that?
This works. Just happened to me. Was it a delusion? Or a hallucination? Or did I just doze off and I'm dreaming the whole thing? I know it's late, but I've been trying to reach you for hours. For hours? I left 3 messages on your machine, and when you didn't call me back, I got worried.
I didn't realize I'd been gone so long.
We were supposed to go to dinner, remember? Are you all right?
I just had the most incredible experience of my life, and I need someone to tell me that I'm not crazy. Had the most incredible experience of my life, and I need someone to tell me that I'm not crazy.
Well, I can't make any guarantees, but I'll give it a go.
Sit. You're a shrink, right? And you see and you hear all kinds of things, but this... Is it possible to dream while you're awake?
Well, there are waking dreams where someone believes that they're awake and they really aren't. And these are really the most terrifying because they seem so real.
Okay, so when you open your eyes, are you standing on your feet?
Not usually. And you're in bed or on the couch or wherever you fell asleep.
That's what I was afraid you were going to say.
Reva, what is it?
Do you believe in past lives? I mean, do you really believe in past lives? That you lived another life as somebody else?
Somebody like who?
I don't know, anyone. But do you think it's possible? Do you believe in past lives?
Why do you ask?
Because I think I just visited one of mine. And I'll tell you, something about the past is trying to tell me something about the present.
So you stepped through the painting? That painting?
Yeah. Only when I got to the other side, the painting wasn't finished yet, and I was in New Orleans during the Civil War. And Regina recognized me as a nurse who was there to take care of her husband. And she had a son, but it was a stepson, Beauregard Robichaux. And he looked exactly like my son, Shane.
Wow.
All he talked about was wanting to go to war. He wanted to be a big hero like his daddy. His daddy was Colonel Jack Robichaux, and after meeting the man, I can understand it all because he looked like Joshua. I mean, he had an accent, and he had his arm in a sling, and he was a different man, but yet he was still Josh. And he recognized me, too.
Did he call you by name?
Well, no, not exactly, but it was more like a connection. Like when we were younger, but he kept staring at me, and I tried to focus on his arm and dressing his wound, but he wouldn't stop staring at me. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, he looks me straight in the eye and he says, "You are familiar somehow. Have we met?"
Oh, now you're giving me goosebumps.
Yeah. But it was all so real. I mean, the smell of gardenias and the sounds and the touch of people, it wasn't a dream. Because it was real, I know it was.
Look, Reva, there are some things in this world that cannot be explained.
Yeah, but you've never heard anything like this before.
Have you tried to walk through again?
I don't want to go back, not until I can understand this better.
But do you think you can go back?
Well, before, all I did was touch the painting and my hand went through the canvas.
Go ahead. I'm right here.